and it's also on the handout. Now, let's switch to talking about prescription drug plans under Part D of Medicare. Remember I said before on the very first slide, if you get a Medigap plan, you'll need to get a separate prescription drug plan with a separate premium. It's called a standalone plan, the orange plan. Or if you get an Advantage plan, it probably will have your Part D prescription drug coverage wrapped into it. Doesn't matter whether it's orange or blue, everything I'm going to tell you now, everything is exactly the same both ways. The drug companies, and there are about 25 to 30 different drug plans on the market. They're the Express Scripts, the Silver Scripts, the AARPs, the Humanas, the Aetnas, blah, 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 blah. They all contract with pharmacies and get a discount, and they pass that discount on to you. That's the good news. You're not going to be paying full price for your drugs. You'll be paying far less than full price. But they all come up with a list of drugs that you can choose from. It's called a formulary. You must use the drugs in the formulary unless your doctor can justify an exception to the formulary. Because if you go to the pharmacy window with a prescription, a new prescription for a non-formulary drug, the pharmacist is going to say, I'm sorry, it's not in your plan formulary. We're going to have to charge you the full retail price, which you don't want. In that case, you go back to the doctor and say, Doc, we gotta find a lower cost drug that'll work for me in the formulary. And they all can require you to try lower cost drugs before they pay for a more expensive brand name drug. Even if the brand name drug is in their formulary, they can make you try a lower cost generic. That's called step therapy. Your initial enrollment period when you're starting Medicare is you can apply for a prescription drug plan as soon as you get your Medicare card, up to 3 months before, 3 months after your 65th birthday month, or whenever your employer group health plan ends. And it's very important you know that if you don't get a prescription drug plan within the time period or within or when you start your employer plan, Medicare will charge you a late enrollment penalty. It's about 35 cents a month, which comes out to about $4 a year. But that 35 cents a month can add up. Depends on how many months you've gone without one since starting Medicare. And the worst part of it is it will follow you the rest of your life. So if you've gone 20 months, you're going to pay 35 cents times 20 month after month for as long as you live. So you got to get a prescription drug plan. Only exception for you folks in Colorado, if you are enrolled in the Veterans Administration healthcare system and you have pharmacy benefits, that gives you an exemption to buying a separate prescription drug plan. Medicare will not allow them to ask you any medical questions, no pre-existing conditions considered at all. The benefits can change every year. The premium, the co-pays, the drugs that they have in their formularies, all of that can change every year. And during Medicare's annual enrollment period, you and your agent, hopefully it's me, will look at your prescription drug plan and give you an idea whether you could save money with a different plan. Medicare does rate the quality of these plans on a 5-star basis, just like they do the Advantage plans. And the hard part to understand are the coverage stages. As your drug costs accumulate during the course of the year, you could start in a deductible stage, flow into the initial stage, flow into the gap, donut hole, and then flow into catastrophic if your costs are very high. The bottom line, very important, simple concept, what you're going to pay for your prescription drug coverage, premium, deductible, copays, will just depend upon how many drugs you take and how expensive each drug is. And I'm going to show you an example right now. For Mike, 26 plans, this is slide 32, were available to Mike in zip code 80202. And this is an actual screenshot with the red superimposed on it by me. It's from the Medicare website. It shows his lowest cost plan of the 26 plans is the Express Scripts Medicare Choice Plan. He'll pay $2,435 for the full year. And this plan has a $94.50 a month premium. There is a deductible of $350 that applies to his brand name drugs. All of his drugs are in the formulary, and Medicare rates the plan 3.5 stars out of 5. The next plan, Cigna, is a bit higher in total cost, even though you see it has a lower premium of $62 and a lower deductible. It's still a higher total cost plan because it has higher copays. So that's the value of your agent running this report for you. Will find the lowest total cost plan for you. Now,